Welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, it's actually going to be a little bit of a flashback to about 2.5 months ago, last weekend of March. First road trip of the Scout after the fresh exhaust. Also a little more drive time on the front axle rebuild. So I took all that footage back then, and then I kind of got tied up with the whole LS Fest crunch with the OBS, and that just kind of consumed my days, and I never even started putting this video together till a couple days ago. So anyways, I wanted y'all to see it. Basically a little road trip by myself up North Fort Worth to Lake Worth, and is it Lake Worth or is it Eagle Mountain? Man, honestly can't even remember. Lake Worth or Eagle Mountain, one of those up there. Anyways, right on the lake, nice little Veitnam Veterens car show. Had a lot of fun. It was fun to get out in the Scout. The weather was nice. It was much better than it is today at 100-something degrees. But it was fun to get out and beat on it a little bit. Hope y'all enjoy the video. There's a little bit of finalization, finishing her up, and again, some of the road trip, some fun along the way, and some of the cool cars that I seen at the show. So sit back, enjoy the ride, and I'll see you at the end. All right, it's a beautiful Saturday morning. It's about 8:20. I was planning to leave for this car show at 8 o'clock, but I woke up late because I hit snooze too many times. Probably because I was out here till close to 11 last night working on the exhaust. So I've got to put the trim rings on. I've got to quick detail the whole thing. It's dirty. Put some water in the radiator. Throw some tools in a bag just in case, because this is a pretty decent road trip at almost an hour drive. So I think it's like 42 miles there. Pretty decent road trip with fairly fresh front end and brand new exhaust that's untested. I'm gonna grab a couple spare spark plug wires in case I melt those. Then we'll hit the road. Need to be there by 10 at the absolute latest. So wish me luck. I'm gonna get at it. Man, that really makes it pop. Fits with the black really well. I'm loving that. I forgot to take y'all along for the back. My bad. Didn't miss much. Wax on, wax off. All right, we can go to the other side though. Yeah, don't judge me too hard now. We're gonna spray some quick detailer on this mess. She's a little bit past the quick dealer. Why do I quit? No. Why do I keep saying quick dealer? It's not dealer, it's detailer. Detailer. I mean, it's got my name at the end of it. Like, how do I keep getting that wrong? But, while this paint looks fantastic on the video, I can assure you It's a good 30 footer. She shines up well and glows in the sun, but it's an off-road rig. I mean, it's far from perfect. Don't really have time to break out the pressure washer and the foam cannon and all that nonsense. I ain't got time to do the whole roof either, so we're just gonna grab what you can see and send it. Not doing this to win any awards. I'm doing it for a good cause. But we can't have it going dirty. I forgot to take y'all along for the back. My bad. Didn't miss much. Wax on, wax off. All right, we can go to the other side though. Gotta do the old sniff test, make sure it ain't gasoline. Don't make that mistake again. If you're new here, you need to go back and look at the test drive video from the 8 length version, and you'll understand what I mean. Man, this shop's a freaking mess. Double check all of this. Plenty of room there and there. Check the Earl. Yep, it's in there. Double check tire pressure. One's lost about 1 psi. All right, they're all consistently 1 pound low. I'm gonna stake it. Throw some tools together. All right, we got tool bag loaded. We got spark plug wires. We got a couple chairs. Let's warm it up and ready to hit the road. Well, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope y'all enjoyed that. Let me know down in the comments what y'all think, if y'all been, a little mix of in the shop work and some road trip stuff, car show stuff. I enjoy it. I don't know if y'all do or not, but I guess if you're sitting here and subscribing, then maybe you do. Oh, my light died. Anyways, comment below what you think. And yeah, stay tuned for more from the Speed Fire Fab channel. See y'all later.